Hello, welcome. I'm very excited to present a little inside look to my program for tomorrow's live stream. I'm going to be playing a program of world premieres that were composed in the past year by members of my online school, the Creative Classical Guitarist. Very exciting program. I've got two sonatas to begin with, and I've just got the scores for all of these pieces up here so you can have a little look and a little taste of each one. A couple of sonatas, and then we've got an afro-cuban influenced piece called Ghost Rondo, and then we've got a tango by Deb. We've got three beautiful tunes by Jill Robinson, who's based in the UK. And the final piece, the Aotearoa, I have trouble with that one, Variations, theme and variations on the New Zealand national anthem by Ian Pollard. So we've got composers from Australia and the UK here. I'll also be using some different instruments. I've got quite a few instruments, guitars with me at the moment, thanks courtesy of Guitars Online and local luthiers as well. So I'll be playing two guitars made in Spain and two guitars made in Australia. So playing four guitars here as well for tomorrow's live stream. You can check out the link below in the video description where you can get your tickets by donation. So where will we start? There's so much to talk about. Let's look at Eli's Sonata, because this is the first piece on the program. So Eli is 11 and absolutely gifted young prodigy. He plays multiple instruments, and he's actually written two sonatas now. So this is his first sonata. So a sonata essentially is in three parts. You have a first part called the exposition, a second part called the development, and a third part called the recapitulation. And this is a fantastic sonata. So here I'll play a little bit of it. This is on a guitar by Angel Benito Aguado from Spain. And it's got beautiful wood, ziricote wood, back and sides. Here's a little taste, a little sample of Eli's Sonata. So there's the first subject, it's called, the exposition. You get a second subject, which is really contrasting, lyrical, warmer, sweeter. And then we get a development section, which is much more adventurous. There's a little bit of the development. Let me just tune this up here. It's live, so no editing today. Alright, so there's a little bit of Eli's Sonata just to give you an idea. And then we've got Trisha's Sonata. There's another beautiful one. Just a bit of background, we spent about 3 or 4 months through my online school, the Creative Classical Guitarist, CCG. We spent about 3 or 4 months working on this style of composition, the sonata. We did it in 3 parts because it's such a big piece. I mean, this is 5 pages of music, and with the repeats and everything, it ends up being quite a substantial piece of music. So this is Trisha's Sonata here. It follows a very similar structure, but is quite different as well. So I'll play a little bit of the first subject, the exposition. So there's a bit of the beautiful first subject, the second subject. Very contrasting, and then the development section. I really love this melody that comes in, this new theme. Beautiful theme that enters in the middle of the development section. Lots of beautiful contrasting motives and characters, dynamics, themes, beautifully interwoven together into a unified whole. Very, very challenging to do that. Eli and Trisha have done a magnificent job, as well as other CCG members as well. But I thought for this month I would also do, last month I did program entirely of mazurkas, so this month I thought I'd vary it up a little bit. So after the sonatas, I'm going to go to a totally different piece, and I'm going to change guitars as well. So we're going to go this guitar over here. It's hard enough keeping one guitar in tune, but 4 guitars, we can, how many strings is that? 6 times 4. 4 times the strings to keep in tune, but also 4 times the joy of having different instruments. So this is Ghost Rondo by Colleen. It was first composed back in 2020, but she's since updated it. I'll just play you a little bit. So this is a afro-cuban inspired piece. Very, very different. You get these changing meters, lots of effects, a very different use of harmony and melody and rhythm. So here's a little taste of this. So that gives you a bit of an idea. Really, really great piece. As you can hear, lots of effects, lots of beautiful harmonies. There's a beautiful section in the middle. It goes into the parallel major keys, goes into E major. So we'll be playing this piece and the next piece, which I'll go into kind of a bit more of a similar vein. This one, tango. I'll be playing Colleen's Ghost Rondo and Deb's tango on this guitar, which is made by an Australian. His name's Roger Lee. This is a spruce top, beautiful rosewood back and sides. So it's a lattice braced guitar, very different to the previous one made in Spain that I was playing, which is a traditional guitar. So here is Deb's tango, really, really gorgeous. Also, different treatment of harmony and lots of effects, very atmospheric piece. I might play where the main tune comes in at bar 14 there, so just give you a taste. that. Lots of beautiful changes of mood, and really unfolds into many different sections, but it all weaves together really nicely. So there's Deb's tango, a little bit of that one. The next sort of little set of pieces I'll play after that are 3 pieces by Gillian Robinson, and I'll be changing guitars again. Another Australian maker. Let's just have a listen to some of this one. This is the first one, and then I'll talk about this guitar. So this is Song for Daisy. Really beautiful, intimate, sweet, charming piece by Jill. And Jill really has a very distinct and unique compositional voice. Sort of really developed her own compositional language, which is very, I'd say it's kind of very whimsical, if I had to use a word. This is another one called Near and Far. Okay, so beautiful piece there. And then the third one is called Prelude Number 1. Really memorable theme here at the beginning. So those are the 3 pieces there by Jill. I'll be playing those on a guitar by Carey Pedicini, who's not too far away from me, lives here in Melbourne, and he builds a sort of a blend between traditional and modern. So it's a double top guitar, it's a cedar top, double top, but it still retains a lot of the beautiful colours of a traditional guitar, as you hopefully could hear from that little bit of music there. So really fantastic work by the local makers here in Melbourne, right here in Melbourne. And then the final piece on the program, the Aotearoa Variations. So I'll be playing these variations on a Spanish guitar. This is by Ian Pollard. This is a beautiful cover. You can see the beautiful picture of New Zealand there. So it's composed in 2020. Here is a little bit of information. God Defend New Zealand. That's the title. That's what the title means. It's the more commonly used of the 2 official national anthems of New Zealand. Aotearoa is the Maori name for New Zealand, often translated as Land of the Long White Cloud. The anthem is usually sung with 2 verses, the first in Maori, the second in English. So here's the theme, and I'll just maybe give you a sample of a few of the variations. So I think Ian has done a really magnificent job with this, because each variation is very distinct. Sometimes with theme and variations, the variations are they're a little bit different, but not really, really different. Ian has, gone across different styles of music, from Baroque to more modern styles, and it's really, really wonderful. So here's the theme. All right, there's a bit of a theme. Here's a bit of variation 1 in the style of a bourrée. And then I'll go on to, there's a bit of a saraband. There, and then maybe a little bit of the last variation. 7 variations. The last one, the 7th, is a jig. Really exciting. This is what I was practicing earlier today. There's a lot of beautiful but also challenging passages. Maybe I'll have a go at one of them. See how we go. Bar 29, for example, you can see we're shifting around a lot. There we go. Something like that. I'll need a few more goes at that before tomorrow. So there's a beautiful jig, and we end with a coda, this really big grand finale with lots of big juicy chords. So yeah. Alright, just to give you a sample of that. So there is a taste of each piece on the program. Love to see you there, love to have you join. It'll be on YouTube Live at 7 p.m. tomorrow, Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's the 29th of September. And it's always really fun to see all the comments, as I'm playing, or after I've played each piece, to scroll through the comments and see what people's thoughts are and their reactions and everything. So it's a great little sort of community. I hope to bring the best experience possible. Here in Melbourne, we can't, unfortunately, live concerts are a thing that will happen in the future. They're not, live concerts are not something that will be happening for a little while yet, or if they are, they'll be very slowly opening up. So, and I think it's like that in other parts of the world too. So I hope this sort of brings the music, to your home, and bring some of that magical experience of a live concert right to your home, your computer or your phone. And I think, this program's something I'm really excited to present. They're all world premieres, very, very new, exciting pieces that were composed over the past year by guitarists who mostly are fairly new to composition. And I think it's a testament to their creativity and their ingenuity and their productivity, and also to be playing these different guitars as well and sort of showcase those. So really excited to present this, and hope you can join me tomorrow at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So all the best, and see you around.